right, welcome to section 6.2, page 1 on addition and subtraction of fractions. So you're not going to be doing the classwork example because we don't have the Cuisenaire rods. So we're going to skip right to the definition of adding fractions with a common denominator. If your two fractions have the same denominator, then you go ahead and add the numerators and keep the denominator the same. All right, so let's take a look at these pictures. Well, if we have 3 pieces of the pie, let's talk about what fraction this would be. How many pieces is the pie divided into, the whole pie? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it's divided into eighths. We have 3 shaded, so we would say 3/8 plus, how many eighths here? 1, 2. 2/8 there. How many total? Well, you take these 3, add on 2 more, that gives you 5. And notice that the pie is still divided into the same number of pieces, 8. So that's our answer there. We add the numerators, keep the denominator the same. We could also show on the number line here, notice that, well, they haven't even given us the whole picture of the number line, but notice how they're evenly spaced. So this is a distance of 1/8, this is a distance of 1/8. They all have to be the same distance apart because they all represent 1/8. So we have 3/8 plus 2/8, and that gives us an answer of 5/8. So remember, when we're using the number line model, we always circle our final answer there and put arrows on our big arrow. We want the little direction put on the end here. Okay, so perform the given additions. Express in simplest form, illustrate with a picture. All right, we have the same denominator here, so we can go ahead and add the numerators and leave the denominators the same. But I'm going to go ahead and show a picture. So I find it easiest to use strips. So I say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You want to make them fairly even. Okay, so that's 7. Plus, and then the same box, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That last one's a little long, but we get the idea. So 3/7 here would be, we're going to shade this one, shade this one, shade that one, that's 3/7, and then 1/7. What's that going to equal? Well, let's do another box. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's get rid of that. Okay, so 1, 2, 3 that we got from here, and then 1 more. So that shows that it's 4/7. Okay, so that's one way to do it. Here, if we want to use, let's say, the number line. So if we do, let's circle our answer in this one. If we use the number line, so if we say 0 is here, then we want to evenly space. What's the denominator? 10. So we need to make 10 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I kind of went off there. I'm not happy with that. 1. Okay, so that's, make it, move it over there a little bit more. Okay, so these are supposed to be even increments, and we would say that this is 1/10, 2/10, 3/10, and so forth, 4/10, 5/10, 6/10, 7/10, 8/10, 10s, 9/10. So each one of these, we took the whole and divided into 10 equal pieces. So 3/10 would be from here to here. Okay, so that's 3/10. And then we would go another 2/10. And what does that equal? 5/10. So 3/10 plus 2/10 equals 5/10. All right, and later we'll talk about simplifying that. Okay, so next up we've got a picture here. And they're trying to add the fractions 1/4 plus 2/3. Notice they do not have the same denominators, so it's not like a problem we had up above where we can just add the numerators. The denominators have to be the same to do that. So we look at the 4 and the 3 and we think, what do they have in common? Well, Their least common multiple is going to be, let's write a 4 and 3 so we know what we're looking at. Of 4 and 3 is 12. Well, now we're going to start calling that the LCD, least common denominator, because we're doing it to get a denominator. So let's write it all out. Least common denominator. Okay, so we found that that is 12. Okay, so we need to make this into 12 equal pieces, and we need to make this into 12 equal pieces. So I start with 4, so each one of these has to be made into 3 pieces, each one of these, so that we would have a total of 12. That's what they've done here. So we can see this first box turns into 3. If we count them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Same thing happened here. So notice we're doing these first 2 boxes. So we would do 4 in each one of these, okay, so that we would end up with a total of 12. So we're going to take 8 there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we're going to add these 2 together. So we add this 3/8 and this 3/12 and this 8/12. And how many do we get all together? Well, 3 plus 8 is 11/12. So that's our answer. All right. So that's the end of page 1. Go ahead and start the next video.